The 2019 NBA Draft featured some of the most incredible young talents in the world. Names like Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, RJ Barrett, and Darius Garland are essentially household names in the basketball world. But there's another young prospect who is selected within the top 15 draft picks who has the potential to become one of the best players, if not the best player, coming out of this draft class. Thanks for tuning into the video, guys, and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I'm Danny Mez, and this is the Swish Report. The most underrated and overlooked player in the 2019 NBA Draft is Sekou Doumbouya. He's a French basketball player that played professionally for Limoges CSP of the LNB Pro A. Sekou is 6'9", 210 pounds, and he plays small forward and power forward. In the 2018-19 season, Sekou's stats weren't as breathtaking as many would expect from a projected lottery pick. Throughout 27 games last season, the French prospect put up 7.8 points, 3.3 rebounds, and 0.7 assists per game, while shooting 48.2% from the field in his 19 minutes per contest. Additionally, in 2 playoff games, Doumbouya averaged just 6.5 points per game, shooting just over 30% on field goals in 23 minutes of play per game. So, why is Sekou Doumbouya so special? It's because of what he can become. Doumbouya is only 18 years old, one of the youngest prospects in the draft. And while his stats may not be extremely impressive, it's his experience in the French professional league playing against bigger, better competition that will help him so much in the future. Competing against the competition in Europe has forced him to become a stronger, smarter, and craftier player. Sekou has many strengths, but his athleticism is the best component of his game. His rare physique makes him an NBA-level athlete. He's not afraid whatsoever to use his size and strength to make contact and finish at the rim. Even at 6'9", Doumbouya still possesses tremendous speed. This allows him to run the floor and become a legitimate threat in transition. Sekou has a grab-and-go mentality. It's almost intuitive for him to turn defense into offense after the possession changes. Sekou also excels mightily on the defensive end. With him, there's no such thing as a mismatch, as Doumbouya is able to switch on his smaller players and contain them. Being able to guard any position will be very valuable for him in the NBA. His off-ball awareness isn't fantastic, but his long wingspan and quickness allows him to cover lots of ground, which helps him apply pressure defensively even when he loses his man. Doumbouya's hustle is something that cannot be taught. He allows no easy buckets, and he forces offensive players to earn their points. Sekou's hustle and defensive skill is comparable to Draymond Green or Pascal Siakam. Some even say Sekou is like a bigger OG Anunoby. With many strengths also come weaknesses, in which Doumbouya has a few. However, none that cannot be developed. His shooting is one aspect of his game that needs some work, mostly because of his inconsistent jumper. Sekou's form is solid, but he shoots a moonball type of arc, which hurts his chances of going in. This is nothing that can't be developed by NBA shooting coaches. The French phenom also has trouble creating his own shot. He struggles to create his own offense off the dribble. This can all be improved by just a little bit of work on his handle. The biggest issue of his game is his IQ. Sekou only started playing basketball when he was 12 years old. If he's already come this far in the years that he's been playing the game, I have the utmost confidence in him that he will learn more and expand his knowledge in basketball. Despite many NBA mock drafts having him selected at number 9 to the Washington Wizards, Doumbouya was selected with the 15th overall pick to the Detroit Pistons. Unfortunately, the Pistons are one of the most irrelevant franchises in the NBA currently. They made the playoffs by the skin of their teeth last season, but were swept in the first round. The organization has struggled to build its roster and has relied heavily on its front court duo consisting of Blake Griffin and Andre Drummond. While lots of work still needs to be done to the team, selecting Doumbouya with the 15th overall pick is for sure a step in the right direction. Considering this, however, don't set your expectations too high for Sekou. Don't expect him to be a star in his first season. His first season will be devoted to his development and growth as an NBA player. With the proper development, I believe that Sekou has the potential to be a franchise player in years to come. I think that he will be overlooked in his rookie season as the focus will be on the other rookies, and his stats won't be particularly impressive, but he'll make huge improvements over time. I believe that Sekou Doumbouya's journey and rise in the NBA will be similar to that of Giannis Antetokounmpo's. In the Greek Freak's rookie season, he averaged just 6.8 points per game, shooting just over 40% along with 4.4 rebounds and 2 assists in his 24.6 minutes per game. That typically isn't the stat line that you would expect from a future MVP. But because Milwaukee was patient with him and let him develop over time, he's become one of the most dominant players in the NBA. But the difference between Giannis and Sekou in their early stages is that Giannis was skinny and he had little muscle, whereas Sekou already has those physical features, but now just needs to learn the proper tools in order to be successful. The Detroit Pistons should consider themselves lucky, although it won't seem like it at first. If the team can be patient with Sekou Doumbouya, the French prodigy will be a force to be reckoned with in the future. Thanks so much for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe and leave a like, and turn on post notifications so you never miss new content. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.